not getting connected properly to the system.
Yeah.
That's why you face this problem. No problem. So let's get started with this project.
I have done the pages and thing. I've also done a shared folder in components.
Perfect. Let me do a yum install very quickly.
They had not installed ESLint and Prettier. I tried to do that.
Those are optional actually.
Okay.
So it's not necessary that you have to have them. If you prefer the helps that you get from the ESLint and Prettier modules, then you could have them. Otherwise, it's okay if you don't have them in your project.
Sure.
I personally prefer to have them always in my project because it actually reduces the time you need for formatting and this kind of stuffs.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it now. So yeah.
If you want, then you can add it later as well.
Yeah, I tried to edit. I was struggling. So anyway, I've added it, but I don't know whether it's functioning properly or not. Anyway.
So no problem. So from the moment you will not worry about ESLint.
No.
Let's see if we can run this project properly. So that's the browser.
This file does take a bit longer than normal to load. Right. Oh. That's index page.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's I got a free HTML file which I normally use, but this is one of the complicated ones. Now, what I wanted to do is learn more about categories that drop down. That it doesn't work. It hasn't been working. And then if you go to shop, you see that that banner should not be there. So, in the original file, the category is closed, and the banner should not. I think if you go to the bottom shop, yeah, there. I don't know what's going on there. So
it moved to shop.html and it didn't find anything like that.
Ah, right. I did. You see, there is two menu bars. The top one works, the bottom one doesn't work. I don't know why there are
Looks
two.
like that they are same. Both this menu are same. Looks
yes.
Like. So this should be at the top or this should be at the bottom when we go to category. When we go to shop.
The bottom one is what supposed to be the
there.
Yeah, but I don't know how that has come. That's how it normally looks. But if you go to the HTML, if you open the HTML file.
So you actually built a layout, I think. Here you have put the header, navbar, Nuxt, and footer
yes.
like this. Okay. So let's see that what is this Nuxt? What is this header is all about? So we have facts, help, support, and then some icons. I think
That's
this
right,
is the thing.
Obvious.
Yeah. And then we have Proper 0, 0. So this part, up to this part, we can see in the header.
Yes.
And then it's gone. And then if you go to navbar, then we have categories here. Yes, categories. This kind of thing. Proper. So looks like that this part is coming from this navbar.
Yeah.
And also 10% of your first order fashionable dress. So that means that this part is also coming from the
Yes.
navbar, but it shouldn't.
That should only be on index page. That banner should only be on
Yes.
index page. Yes.
Yes. So actually, there are some additional content came in our navbar file, which is causing causing the problem for us.
Yes.
So as I can see that this whole div, which is header carousel, which is actually this one, this is this carousel part, is included in the navbar. So it's actually now available in all the pages.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be there. So what we can do is like we can actually cut this part from here like this, and it will be gone. Okay. It's gone. And then we should include it in the index page, maybe. So in the top, maybe we can keep it like this and see what happens. We are just experimenting with things here now.
Yeah.
As
You see, it
can
goes to
that-
the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, it now appears at the bottom. Not sure if this is the correct look or not.
No, the one we had was the correct look.
Okay, then we actually misconfigured this layout. So what happened is that we have, I mean, how to explain this? Then for up to this part, it's actually correct.
Yes.
The way we have designed this, it's correct. It should
Yes.
be it should be in all the pages, so that's not a problem at all. But this layout that we have right now for this carousel, this should be only visible when we are in the home page.
Yes.
In no other pages. So we actually bring that bit back here so that we get the correct layout. And the problem is that when you go to shop, then this should disappear. As I'm so far, what I'm understanding is that this banner should disappear.
Yes.
And something else should appear here.
No.
Okay.
No.
It will be empty.
It will be empty, and the categories on the left should be collapsed.
It will be collapsed.
Like the one, if you scroll down,
yeah.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, like this.
Yes.
From here until here.
From that category and menu bar, yeah, that is the original page.
That is the original page for shop.
For shop and for rest of, if you go to contact, it's the same. It's supposed to be the same.
Yeah, it's actually a different page, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So, okay. So let me go to shop page and see what's there. Stress. Go to shop page. We have home, shop, shop detail, pages, contact. Then log in. Here we have categories. Then
you see, it says nav bar section. If you go on top,
yeah.
That should not be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Still,
it's half done now. We have now only one navbar.
Yeah.
But we still have this.
Yes.
This part which we shouldn't have.
No.
But the problem is, one thing I'm not understanding is that if this categories is collapsed, then it should also open, right? I mean,
Yes,
there somehow this should also open.
yes,
So if this category is here, like here in this part, then how this will open? I mean, this will expand, then there will be some empty spaces here.
yes.
Uh,
But only when you expand it.
then there will be some empty spaces here.
Yes.
Understood. So for the moment, let's go to our navbar, and then we can, I mean, there is a quick fix to this problem, which we can apply immediately, but I'm thinking for a better solution, which will
Yes.
uh, actually be meaningful in our context. I say, so let's go to the navbar. We have actually collapsed everything here, which we didn't want to do. Then where is our carousel? This is this is the carousel part. We take it out from here and then have a look at it again. So now we are in the shop page, and it should look like this.
Yes.
If
With
I'm
the
correct.
categories collapsed.
With the categories collapse. So let's collapse the categories so that it looks exactly like that. Yeah, this is the categories button,
Yes.
as you can see. Then we have this nav, which has a collapse class at the moment. What we'll do is that we'll make it hidden for the moment. Just for now. It
Yeah.
should look like this.
Yes.
Now if we go back to home page, let's see what happens. Okay, now we don't have the banner at the
No.
top.
No.
So I think that the solution that it's actually playing in my mind, I think that's the only solution for this. I mean, at the moment, for this context. So what we will do is that we will bring back this header. We are at the home page, so there's no problem with it. It's perfectly all right. Now for this hidden part of the category, which is here, we will do some JavaScript. So what we'll do is that we'll bring the data here. We will say that show categories equal to true. Let's keep it true for the moment. And then we will go to our categories, which is this part. No, not this part.
Below.
It is
There.
this part.
No,
This
140. 140.
This one. This one. This one. This one is the category.
Oh,
if
yeah.
we put, if we put hidden here, then this goes away.
Yeah.
You can see. So we will actually use some JavaScript here. So we will do like this. That means we will put a dynamic class. We will say that if show categories, we will have a suggestion here. We will name it like show categories. We will have a function. No problem. So if show categories is true, then we say hidden. And no, if it is false, then we say hidden. Otherwise, we say not hidden, like this. In this page, it is actually it should appear. That's why we have kept it true. We kept this variable value true, but we can make it false to test. and
Yeah.
this should be gone.
Yeah.
So what we will do, we will use a fetch hook here. Remember we talked about fetch earlier.
Yes. Yes.
So fetch will run in Nuxt. Fetch will run before our page renders. So this will always run before anything appears in this page.
Sure.
So what we want to do, we want to check that if we are in the home page or not. So we'll say this $route dot port is not equal to this. So home page is only a slash. Then we'll say this dot show categories equal to false. Otherwise, we will make it true like this. So what will happen is now that if we are in the home page, then this should always stay. But if we go away from this page, then this should hide. For example, if we go to shop page, then this should be hidden, but it didn't. Yeah, it didn't, because the problem is that fetch only runs once. So when this page, when we went to the home page, we are at the home page now, and
Yes.
when we entered this home page, fetch already ran, and now wherever we go, this fetch will not run anymore. It's like that. But if you go to shop and you directly render shop page, then you will see that this is gone. Why?
Well, yeah. Why?
Because now you have actually rendered this page, at the beginning. So you are directly coming to this page. You have not visited home page yet. So you have landed to this website directly to the shop page.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
That's why fetch actually ran when you actually came to this page.
Straight. Yeah.
But if you come to this page from another page, then you will not have this effect, because fetch runs only once. So if I go back to home page now, for example, if we click home, then you see that it didn't appear, because fetch already ran in the shop page. So we can actually alter this behavior, and we can do this using a computed property. So if you use a computed property like this, where we will check for the path. I mean this URL of the website. So we'll catch it like this path. It's already giving me a suggestion. So we'll start out the path, and then we'll watch for changes to this path. It's actually already telling me what to do and what not to do.
Wow. Yeah.
But we could do it more efficiently. We don't have to run this amount of code here. What we can do is actually we can say that run the fetch method again with this line of code. So you see that we have actually minimized 5 lines of code to 1.
Yeah.
So what we are telling that watch for path changes. If the path change, then run this fetch method again, because I have all the logic already available there, so I don't have to repeat myself there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's here, and if I go to shop, as you can see that it's vanished. And if I go to home again, you can see that it came back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we have already achieved half of the functionality, and as you can tell right now that we can actually achieve the same functionality for this part of the website using the same technology or same technique. Yeah, so what we can do is that we can use the same show categories to hide this div, which is the header carousel. So we can show that if only show categories is true, otherwise don't show it.
Right.
So in shop page, we don't have that part anymore.
Exactly.
So this is
right.
so this is the best solution that I can think of in current context.
That is perfect.
Yeah. So you go to any page now, as you can see that whatever page you go, you don't have these categories expanded. and you don't have that banner anymore. Only in the home page you have that.
Wow, superb. I tried to search. I never thought of this. Yeah. Okay, that is fantastic.
Yeah. But actually, if I had this HTML template in my hand, maybe I would do it differently. I mean, in that case, I have to actually see from the top to bottom of that file that what's are actually there, how this is composed.
Oh, I didn't
But
send. I didn't send the HTML file. Oh, it's in
no,
the.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
needed as we have already accomplished what we want,
Yeah.
because the way we have done it is totally valid. I mean, there's no wrong or
No.
something like that here.
Yeah. If
This
you
is
go
not a
to
wrong way.
right,
Yeah.
the other thing is if you go to login page on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine.
Any page, whatever page you visit now, that
yeah.
part will not appear.
Yeah. Yeah. That's superb. How much time have you left?
We have another 20 minutes, you can say.
I was looking into mobile mobile thing. I don't know what it's called.
Mobile layout.
Yeah, mobile menu layout or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that you can use a script to do that, so that you can manipulate.
Let me see where it is located. Then I can tell you exactly what we can do with it. So this is the navbar expanded GPC. This is, I don't think this is the correct one. Maybe this is the correct one. Yes, this is the navbar actually. I mean, this is the mobile navbar.
Where did you see it?
I found it here. Let me see one more time. Really just no gap between the divs. That's why we are lost sometimes.
Oh, right.
So as you can see, as you can see that there's a div here at the top, where this A is the is this categories. I mean, when we are in the
right. Yeah.
So everything under everything inside this div is visible on the desktop layout. What I can tell looking at this code. So in this div, everything is for the desktop layout. And if we go to this div, which is under this, we have something called nav, and we have that carousel.
Yeah.
So we have two things here. So this nav, what I can tell from here is this is the the mobile layout. So how I can tell that? I can tell it from here. As you can see that we have eShopper here. And here I can see there is a eShopper.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And after that, we have a button and a icon, hamburger icon. So this is that icon. So from these two things, I can tell that this is the thing that we want to have in our mobile. So the div below it, as we have home, shop detail, pages, shopping cart, checkout. This is what we should have here when we click it. So in order to be sure about that, what I have to do is that I have to render it. So we can get rid of this collapse class, and as you can see that menu appeared.
Yeah.
So we will get rid of that collapse class. We will actually take help of JavaScript or Vue in order to bring this content when we click on this icon.
Right.
So what we would do is that in this button, we will add a @click event, and we will say that show menu equal to not show menu. So opposite. If show menu is true, then make it false. If it is false, then make it true.
Okay.
Like that. So now we will have to create one property called show menu in our data method, and we will say it false for the moment. So nothing happened so far because this div is always visible at the moment. What we will do is that we will say b show here, and we will say show menu. Now you will see that this div is gone.
Ah, yeah.
Now if you click it, it will come, and if you click it, it will go
Ah, yeah.
like this.
Right.
That's how you can achieve this kind of functionality.
Right. Because I was checking in Nuxt documentation and menu. It was they were showing different things there, so that you could add the menu at the bottom with search and all that. But this is perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect, and this is easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that was quick.
That's good. You can ask other options to me as well. I mean, other things to me. I will try to show you.
Yeah, it was just I wanted to discuss layouts, different layouts, options, but we've done that. Have we done that today? No,
Not
because
today. We done that at someday at the beginning. But if you want to repeat,
yeah,
if you
if
want
you
to
don't mind,
revisit, yeah, no problem. We can do that.
because
You
yeah, there. Yeah, we done it for homepage previously.
would you please excuse me for one moment? I am actually getting a call repeatedly.
Yeah, no
I will
problem.
be really quick.
Yeah, no problems.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah,
now.
no, not at all, not at all.
Yeah. So default layout, you have already used it, as I can see. You have put it. You have put the footer. You have put the
From shared
header and
from
navbar here.
Yeah.
And because of that, you are having this dynamic behavior. So if when you're going shop, these things are staying here. The header and the footer is always there, but only the content in between are getting changed, as you can see. So this is this you already know, as I can see. So if you want to use another layout for some pages, for example, maybe for login page, you don't want this to happen. I mean, this layout is not suitable for your login page. Maybe, I mean, this can be a situation, you know.
Yes.
So in that case, what you can do, for example, that I want an empty layout for my login page. I want to only show the email and password prompt. So in that case, I can name one layout called empty.view. I mean, you can name it whatever you want. I'm just trying to be very creative, you know.
Yeah.
So template and then a div, and there's nothing inside that div. You will say only Nuxt here, like this. So as we have put nothing, only the Nuxt component here. So nothing at the top or bottom will render for this layout. So we just have to have a script, and we then have to give it a name. For example, that we can give it name like empty layout. You know?
Yes.
And there should be a layout property here. Layout property. Whenever you have a custom layout, if you have a default layout, if your file name is default.view, then you don't have to do anything. That layout is applicable for all the files that you are that you will have in your project. You know, Nuxt has designed their code in such a way. But if you want to have a custom layout, then you should give it a name. For example, empty layout. So the name and the layout name both are same in my case. Now I want this layout to apply only on the login page. So what I will do is that I will go to my login page, and here at the script, in the script section, at the top, I will give it a layout property and tell that I want to use the empty layout one. Empty layout one. Now, if I save this page, save this and go to login, as you can see that maximum things are gone. These things are actually coming from your login page.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So your layout things are already gone. You are
So-
actually having a brand new layout for this page.
So you've not imported it.
No, I don't have to import it. I don't have to do anything. Nuxt will automatically register all the layouts that are in the layouts folder. So this empty layout is already registered by Nuxt because it is in layouts folder, and I
right.
have given it a layout name, which
Yeah.
is empty layout. So Nuxt will automatically connect those dots for me.
What is that app? Just go to app layout view.
This is, I think this is
It's
for
a login and
yeah,
dashboard.
login, register, those kind of things. I'm not sure why this is there. Maybe this has been used in some kind of
Yeah, that is with
pages.
I think it's to do with Laravel. Yeah. So
Maybe.
when you register login, it takes you to Laravel page. Yeah. Okay. I think that's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how you will actually, you will actually make a custom layout for your things. So yeah, now I can actually answer you that the thing that I wanted to tell you at the beginning, that how would I do these pages properly. So what I would do is that I would have two layout files, one for the home page and one for all other pages.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand? So
yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I couldn't figure out how to do that.
yeah, exactly. So in the home page layout file, I will have this navbar and this this header and this navbar and this, then at last the footer. But in my custom layout, I would have this header and the footer, but I will modify this navbar. So I will have two versions of this navbar.
Yeah.
One for the default layout and one for my other layouts, like that.
Yeah.
And then for the other pages, I will actually use that layout entirely. So I don't have to have this kind of logics running in order to figure out whether to show it or not. But the way we have implemented it is totally valid way, and there's no problem with it at all.
Yeah, so you can do it two different ways.
You can do it actually 100 different ways. Maybe many ways I don't know, or maybe not coming in my mind right away. But there might be several other ways to achieve the same functionality. But but the two ways that we have discussed so far both are valid way. No
yeah, and perfectly usable in different situations.
Exactly.
Right. Next, next session, linking. No, it doesn't matter. I'll have to think of something. Yeah, I thought this would take.
Yeah, you thought that this will take some time.
Yeah, longer time.
Things happen. Sometimes you will think that some things will take a long time and it will be like 5 minutes work. Sometimes you will think something will be five minutes work, but it will actually take 1 hour.
Yeah.
So this happens in programming all the time, no?
Okay, last thing before we go. If you go to Nuxt config.
Next config, yeah.
Server port thing, if you just explain, it is not here, but you can put server port so that it
server
for the client, so that it can, you can, at the present moment is 3000 default.
Yeah, port.
Okay,
you want to change the port, server port. Okay, you don't have to go to Nuxt config for this. I mean, this is actually possible to achieve or do it from the command line actually. So if you give it like a port variable and tell like 3005 and then yarn dev, you are done.
Right. So you don't need to put a code, because I saw a file which opened in port 4000, but they put a server something
No, you don't have to. As you can see
object.
that
Yeah.
it's now running in 3005.
Ah, right. Okay.
So I actually try to remain very simple in my work.
Yeah.
So this is the simplest way to achieve
Okay.
this functionality. So I would not bother about any other ways there might be or not, you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Deployment. Next session. How long will deployment take?
Deployment will take one full session, I'm sure.
Yeah. And what do I need to do on? How do we do it? Because I give you access to my
Yeah,
server.
you might have to have a hosting.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
I have a hosting. So
Yeah.
if you send me an email address,
Yeah.
I can set you up an account, and I'll I'll create a subdomain, and we can use that next week.
Don't worry, we can do it one more way, and that is that you can do it in your computer and I can guide you. No.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
the problem is
Yeah.
I'll show my ignorance.
No, don't worry about it at all.
No,
I will
if
enjoy
if
doing
you
that.
send me, it's easier because you teach extremely well, and your method of communicating is fantastic. So what if you send me your email address, I'll configure it and give you access so that you can do it on via your computer. Because if I do it, it will take 2 hours or 3 hours.
Okay, no problem. This is my email address. You
Uh,
should have it in a chat section.
right. Okay. Let me just copy it and then save it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll do that. Thank you very much. I enjoyed this thoroughly.
Yeah.
As
But in
usual.
during deployment, you have to keep one thing in mind that in Nuxt, you have two ways for deployment. You can do it static or you can do it server, server side or SSR,
SSR.
implementing SSR.
Yeah.
So if you use SSR, then a static hosting will not work. So your A2 hosting or whatever hosting you have, I guess that is a static hosting. So you can actually put some files. Yeah, that's a shared hosting, and you just have to put some files there, which they will show as a website. That's the basic idea of a kind of static hosting or this kind of shared hostings.
Yeah,
So
but
in Nuxt,
we have somebody's helping me develop the local fresh foods.
Yeah.
And they've already installed Node JS env file folder and things like that. They've configured, so it should be dynamic.
Yeah, but that's actually quite difficult. I mean, you know that in a shared hosting, it's quite a challenge to run a node server. It's very easy to run a PHP server, but running a node server can be very, very challenging sometimes,
Yeah,
But
he took 2 days
yeah,
to set it up and configure it, but now it's running. So it seems he sorted the problem out, because he did say, I thought it was going to be a couple of hours, but he says no, it took a couple of days to configure it because it's
yeah.
shared.
So yeah, that's what I was telling, that in one session, this might be very difficult to configure things in a shared hosting for the server side rendering, for the
We
SSR
can,
part.
so what I would suggest is we do the static first.
Yeah, we
And
will
then,
do the static first, and static will be very, very easy. It will be 15 minutes work there.
right.
But SSR part, it's best to have a Linux server, a VPS, which is called VPS,
Yeah,
virtual private server.
yeah. but
Yeah,
it's too
best to
expensive.
have a VPS. Yeah,
Too expensive. I talked
expensive,
to
yeah.
I talked to A2 hosting, and they said no problems. You can install SSR. So
Yeah, no problem. We will try that. I mean,
okay,
I haven't seen how these things are configured in A2 hosting, so maybe it's easy. I mean, I'm not sure. So when we, when we explore it, then we will find out. I mean,
sure.
how